What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Marcus Washington, and you're on the mark where we talk everything Falcons football. And, yeah, man, throw this whole entire fucking game away. This was fucking pathetic. And we have to have this Jimmy Lake conversation now. We have to have it. We have to have it. Bro, we didn't have the pieces that we had on defense last year. And our defense was keeping us in games last year. This defense this year is keeping teams in games. Can't get off on third down. What the fuck was that at the end of the second quarter? And to make this bad, that ain't the first time that's happened this season. Giving up a tutty at the end of the man. I've been saying this all year. I said this last week in the win. Raheem needs to look over this guy's work. Now Raheem needs to take over this defense. This is what you get when you get first-time coordinators. They are afraid. They're timid. They're not aggressive. And Zach resorted back to the Bijan Robinson show. Bro, explain to me this. How does Tyler Algier go for over 100 yards last week, and then you give him 5 carries this week? But you give Bijan 21 carries. Undisciplined, 3 false starts on the first fucking drive. And listen, Seattle earned this. They earned this win, and we earned this loss. I watched DK Metcalf catch a ball in front of AJ Terrell while AJ was punching air instead of playing the ball. And then they showed the replay, and I'm looking like, AJ, what the fuck are you doing? You see the ball's coming. Why are you waiting? And then you punt. Man, listen, throw the game away, bro. Throw the game away. But the one thing I know for sure, your boy Raheem Morris has an Arthur Smith decision to make. You have to sit Jimmy Lake down. And family, this ain't the first time I've called for a defensive coordinator, and I've been accurate on every single one of them. When we went to the Super Bowl, I was begging for the DC to get sat down. I even said, if Dan Quinn takes over the goddamn defense, we will run the table. When Dean Pease got here, and I was like, we got to sit him the fuck down. Defense got better overnight. You have to sit, and I know it's a hard thing to do because this is first year. But bro, they're costing us. They are costing us right now, and it ain't the players. They said the same thing when Dean Pease was the DC. Oh, it's the players. Sat his ass down. Defense got better literally overnight. Raheem has to take over the defensive play calling. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. Now, the offense didn't do us no favors today. But again, when Algier is getting 5 carries for 36 fucking yards after just putting up 100 piece, and then you fall in love with Bijan. 21 fucking carries. And he had three reception targets. Seahawks just beat our ass today. Them just facts. Kurt gets stripped, fumble back to the house. Drake London Misses a catch, turns into a pick. Offense wasn't disciplined today, too. But this needs to be the game that they look at and say, we got to turn the page. This defense, bro, we can't continue playing like this. Dude, on third down, man, let me tell y'all, I'm watching the game now. When the defense gets the ball, I put the TV on mute. I don't even want to watch them play. They're that fucking awful. They're giving up way too many third downs, bro. And it's like they're invisible out there, man. The only benefit that came out of this game is that in the fourth quarter, I was able to put on clip because I gotta go somewhere here in a second. I ain't gonna hold y'all today. I was like, okay, you know what? Game's a wrap, fam. But bruh, we got a good sample size of what this defense is. 7 weeks. They haven't been stellar a single fucking game. I'd argue they haven't really been good a single game. And this defense wasn't like this last year. It wasn't like this last year. You add pieces and get worse. That's your DC. So to me, Raheem got a decision to make. He ain't gonna make it though. He gonna let Jimmy Lake call the rest of the year and not do shit. But I'm like, man, the team just overall did not look good at home. So we don't get the smoke on the Seahawks pack. They smoking on us today. Is what it is. They play good ball. Jay Lana says, why are you complaining about Bijan getting 21 carries like that's a bad game? He's our RB1 and he had a good game. Out of all the BS that happened with this game, that's one of the last things. Listen, that is something to complain about. He had a good game. What did this offense do? Yeah, I mean, if you had him in fantasy, great. I don't care about one player having a great game when the whole team looked like shit. But he fell in love with Bijan again. I'm complaining about the whole team. I'm complaining more about the defense than I am him. Greg says, we got to get over these growing pains. If we dish an ass whooping, we got to be able to take one too now. Defense has been terrible indeed. Yeah. Seattle smoking on Falcons pack. But what I'm talking about, I've been consistently talking about all year. I just didn't pop up here and talk about this defense being ass now. And this defense is going to cost us games like today. When you're giving up everything and you can't get off the field on third down and you're giving up late touchdowns, I ain't even mentioned the missed field goal by Koo. The team overall, trash today. Trash. Maddie says that fucking lob pass to Metcalf and we're all staring at it and we don't move or make any attempt to smack it down. What the fuck? That's his defense in a nutshell, fam. Even in the wins, I've been complaining about this defense. They are keeping other teams in games. So he got a decision to make, man. Jay Lana said, so he did his part in what's productive. So again, what's wrong with Jim getting 21 touches? Why would you want him to have less? That makes no sense. We have, dude, we have a two-headed monster back there. You don't have TA go for 100 yards and then give him 5 carries the very next week. That's not balanced. This ain't the first time Zach has done this. We were talking about this in the beginning of the season. He was Bijan drunk then. And we were like, TA has to get more touches on. He has to get more touches on the ball. Notice in this 3-game winning streak, you know what's happened? TA's got the ball. So to me, man, this is one of those situations where I'm throwing the whole game away. It is what it is. The team did not play good at all. Got out coached. Everything. So Caleb says, just a reminder that if we lose to Tampa next week, we'll have the same record after 8 games that we did last year. Shaking my fucking head on the mark. Be like that sometimes, man. We got to bounce back. Now, Tampa plays Monday against the Ravens. If they lose, I mean, this is pretty much a wash this week. Mandy, what's happening? She says, I 100% agree. I've been saying the same thing. A big slice of humble pie for everybody. Yeah. We were rolling, and then this happened. And everybody looking at this team like, what the fuck going on here? Everybody looking at the defense the same because they've been doing the same thing the whole entire season. Hucklebuck, what's going on? He says the defensive scheme is totally in question. The players are primarily the same with a few added adjustments in personnel, period. Yeah. Been screaming this from the mountaintops all year. And hey fam, let me introduce you to what's going to happen next week. If there isn't a significant change, this defense is going to play the exact fucking same. The scheme is killing us. And I'm looking at the fact that we have 2 first-time coordinators and we're going through the growing pains at the same time. And I'm starting to really question credentials here. Not Raheem's. He deserved a second crack at it. But after 7 weeks, you got to analyze this defense. You got to sit down and talk to Jimmy Lake. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here? Or even better, hey, listen, I'm just going to take over the play call. And I mean, you got to give these guys a chance. A first timer, you got to give them a chance. After I get a healthy serving size, I know what time it is. But you got to talk to Jimmy, bro. You got to talk to Jimmy. Because his defense is unacceptable. It's unacceptable, man. And, you know, some people complain about the refs. Gino getting that late hit. You know, fuck the refs. They're going to do what they're going to do. But we look flat out there. Defense looked like it's been all year. Offense looked flat. But again, we put up a 14 piece. Let me pull this up real quick. And y'all know my saying since I've been on here. You can't score 14 and expect to win. 28 points for an offense like this, 28 points is the norm. It's the standard. And people say, man, that's crazy. In our wins, we average 33 points a game. But when you look, when you look at our losses, 17, 10, and 14. I mean, this ain't rocket science. So, offense has to show up next week. I already know what we're getting with the defense. Offense has to carry the defense this year. That's just what I see now. Offense has to carry this defense. Last year was the complete opposite. Defense was carrying the offense. It's a DC problem you got. Keona says, yeah, we had too much fun in these Atlanta streets last night. The team came out pussyfooting. The crowd was mid. Coach Rod got to tutor his DC or something. Yeah. Steve, what's going on? He says, Raheem Moore's defense has always been the same. His defense was like this when he was our head coach in Tampa, bro. What's going on, fam? There has to be an adjustment. Because I'm getting to a point to where I don't even want to watch the defense play anymore. I'm getting to that point. Because when I see a 3rd and 5, I'm like, they're going to convert. When I see a 3rd and 5, I'm like, it's about to be a first down. So that's the issue that we have right now. If our defense does not get taken care of, it's Cancun on 3, fam. I'm just going to be honest. I've seen the writing on the wall. The offense will snap back. But you got 2 running backs that can go for 100 yards. You have to balance that out. 21 and 5 ain't going to cut it. And in the losses, let's look at this for a second. Let me take a look at this. So, in the losses, the loss to Pittsburgh, Bijan had 18 carries. Tyler Algier had 3. In the Chiefs game, Tyler Algier had 7. Bijan had 16. And then we just saw 18-5. However, the Eagles, Bijan had 14 carries. Tyler Algier had 9. Saints game. Tyler Algier had 8 carries. Bijan had 7. Oh, that don't even seem right. Let me go back to this shit real quick. Yeah, that was right. The Bucks game, that was the 500 piece. Bijan had 12. Tyler had 6. But that was the 500 piece. So y'all get where I'm coming. Y'all get where I'm coming from. When Zach gets drunk with Bijan, we lose. When it's balanced, we win. But all in all, man, it just wasn't a good game. This is one of those games you look at as a fan, you just throw it the fuck away. But you got two guys that can go for 100 at any given time. Jay says we did lose left guard though. Man, I hope Bergeron is okay. Because I think our center went down too. Justin said Penix came in at the end, 100% completion rate. 100% completion rate. Man, you knew the game was over when Penix came in. Jay Landis says, so you really about to sit here and say we lost? Bijan had 23 carries and that's why we lost. Come on, bro, you better than that. I just laid out the carries and the losses. I'm not saying we lost because he had 23 carries. What I'm saying is he fell in love with Bijan again. And he didn't use TA. That ain't what cost us the game. No. Undisciplined ball, defense playing like ass. And Seattle, man, they came out with a game plan, they executed. I'm just saying, in the wins, notice how balanced the carries are versus the losses. That's all I'm saying. But we played flat, fam. That's just the bottom line. So I give smoke. I gotta take it too. I'll tell you this though, we can't have this type of performance next week. We're gonna get ran up out of there. Seth says the fourth string right tackle for Seattle played his ball D2 and not one sack. That's saying something. Yeah. Let's see. What's going on? Another PR. He says no defense whatsoever. That's why we lost. AJ can't handle big receivers. Man, we just gave him that bag too. We just gave him that bag. But that one play on third down where DK caught that ball, I'm sitting there watching AJ track the ball in the air. He should have been playing. He should have been going towards the ball. If he went towards the ball, that would have been an incomplete pass. But he waited for that ball to literally fall in DK's hands before he tried to punch it, and he missed. And I'm like, bro, AJ, what are you doing, fam? And listen, AJ's been cooked a couple of times this year. But to me, the problem is the DC. People that have been following me know my track record. Once I give up on that DC, fam, you got to get them up out of here. Or at best, you need to be calling side to side with them. What's going on, Larry? He says Tyler Algier had 5 carries for 36 yards. I will say when Bergeron got hurt, the run game suffered. Yeah, Bergeron has been a rock. Definitely. Mr. 12, what's happening? He says, what's up, Mark? I fell asleep at the end of the game. Man, Cat started drinking early on this one, man. So for me, listen, it's a throwaway game, man. I ain't going to be paying no attention to this thing tomorrow. But they have to look inward on the defensive side of the ball. Those are just the facts. They have to. If not, even when this offense is firing on all cylinders, fam, I don't know how many times I've been saying this. we score, the defense, it almost seems like they're obligated to give the points back. AJ looked like DK's little brother when he just one arm blocked him. Yeah, man. Yes, this was a bad one, bro. This was a bad one. Anthony says Falcons got smacked and they have to fix it. Yes. Larry, exactly. Larry says, and our DC is sus also. I think everybody's starting to see that now. And mind you, Carolina was fighting last week. It's back-to-back weeks this defense is giving up tutties at the end of the second quarter. Back-to-back fucking weeks. Man, fam, this is why I can't be no head coach. I couldn't be one. One, I don't have the qualifications to do it, but let's just say hypothetically, in an alternate universe, I had this job. Your boy Jimmy Lake would have been watched carefully after week 3. Today, I'm taking over the play calling. I don't care how anybody takes it, man. I'm in this to win games. This is about the logo. This ain't about nobody's pride. This ain't about the fact that I hired you and you're a first time anything in this league. It's not about that. It's about the fact we've had 7 games. This defense looks awful. So here's what's going to happen. You going to give me what you going to do next week. I'm going to go over it. Anything that I don't like gets taken out. And whatever I put in there is what you going to fucking run. Red Swarm, what's happening? He says, on the mark. Yo, Mark, what's good, fam? Man, I know you just as pissed off as I am. Man, I'm not really mad, man. It's just the team didn't play well today. The thing that I'm irritated about is what I've been irritated about all season. And I'm like, if you change that aspect, this team will take off. The main issue that I'm seeing is on one side of the ball. Once you think about this, fam, they can't get off the field on third downs. So other teams are able to sustain drives. The more a team can sustain a drive, the more they keep our offense off the field. So they're giving other teams new life and new bites at the apple. And if our offense doesn't do our job, we're losing. Because this defense isn't built to pull the offense out of the fire. They're not built to do that. Last year, this defense was built for just that. So that's what I'm looking at. Fam, even let's keep it a stack. Even in the wins, they were close wins. Defense was still giving up the butt. So they got to cover that. Now, the issue is Raheem going to cover it? That's the issue. Do they go after somebody before the trade deadline? You can't go after Hassan Reddick because he just re-upped with the Jets. So he's off the board. And now with Deshaun Watson possibly out, that might have been the best thing to happen to Cleveland. But man, matter of fact, let me check this real quick because he got carted off. And he's out with an Achilles injury. So he was already terrible this year. He was already trash. They already got off of Amari Cooper. I don't know if they're gonna get off of too many more pieces. They might because they're still stuck on his contract. So does Terry go after somebody? Even if you go after, you still got to deal with the DC. Larry said, if you watch the man, you know what? We're going to do just that. Hold on. The only thing Deshaun got going for him right now is $230 million guaranteed. Because everything else is just everything else. Oh, shit. Yeah, hold on. And it was non-contact, too. Let me see if I can. Damn it. Hold on. Boy, this doctor be putting up shit quick than a mug, man. All right. Woo! Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to show it this way. So let's stop this. Go in here real quick. All right. So this is the play right here. All right.
Certainly appeared to be as Cleveland's going to maintain.
Oh yeah, that boy done. That boy done for the season, bro.
Certainly appeared to be as Cleveland's going to maintain.
Jesus.
Certainly appeared to be as Cleveland's going to maintain.
Oh yeah, your boy done. Your boy done. That might have been the best thing to happen to Cleveland. That might have been the best thing to happen to Cleveland. Another PR said the Browns might be looking for a federal bailout. Postgame, what's happening, fam? He says, when is the trade deadline again? I think it's next week. Hold on. It's coming up. Trade deadline is November 5th. This year's NFL trade deadline falls on Tuesday, November 5th. The trade deadline is one day after the final game of Week 9. Damn, Jaden Daniels hurt too? Bro, what the hell going on here? I agree, Mr. Twig. He was done before the injury. Man, what the hell happened with Jaden Daniels, bro? Now, listen, Washington can't afford for that to happen. And listen, man, shout out to Seattle. Y'all played a good game, man. Y'all get to smoke on the Falcons back. I'm gonna talk heavy shit. When we beat a team, y'all beat us. Y'all get to smoke on the Falcons pack all day or all week. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up this Jaden Daniels injury. Man, because that kid has a bright future. I don't see anybody posting it up again. Yeah, but if it comes up, we'll see it. Millie says it's an upper body injury. Okay, cool. So let me get back over here to Google. Here we go. Tried to find it on YouTube. And hey, listen, man. Shout out to this guy right here, Cooper Kupp, who's been fucking me in fantasy, bro. He was supposed to play today. Then it's like, nah, we gonna prep him for Thursday. So I'm getting my ass spanked in fantasy right now, man. Okay. So yeah. All right. So, but yeah, I think we'll bounce back. I think we'll bounce back next week, fam. We got to. We got to. It's just the bottom line. We got to. Hey, listen, man. We got to do this. We got to go back to the blueprint, man. We got to go back to the blueprint because nothing worked today. Millie said, Marcus, now you know whenever you draft Cup, you better have replacements for that. Fam, listen. Hold on. I can't hold on, let me see if I can't pull it up on the screen. Fam, I had Williams from Detroit, Tank Dell, and Stephon Diggs. Between those three players, fam, I netted 8 points. I netted 8 points with 3 players on my starting roster, bro. 8 points. Tank will never, ever, ever, ever get a starting position on my roster again. Hopefully, Derrick Henry goes for 50. Hopefully. 3 players, 8 points, bro. And you know the funny part about it? For the second time in 2 years, my fantasy record matches the Falcons record. I'm screaming Super Bowl this year, man. I need a run or something. Justin says Jaden's getting x-rays, might be broken ribs. I hope not, man. I hope not. Because that boy's been playing phenomenal ball this year. But man, I've noticed that that's starting to happen to rookies often. It happened to Anthony Richardson last year. He came out firing on all cylinders. Bang, injury, out for the year. And if he's gone, they season over with. Bussy said, nah, I'm coming for the trophy. I had a shot last year, man, and then I had 5 starters get injured. First week of the playoffs. I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Millie says, you play for money in your league. Yeah, man, listen. Here's what I've noticed about fantasy. If you get people to play in a free league, they ain't gonna care about their roster inside of 4 weeks. That's just what I've learned. When you playing for money, man, you up in the waiver wire and everything. You trying to find players. I mean, needle in a haystack. And then you talk heavy shit when your roster looks good, and then players get hurt immediately. Immediately. And you're like, man, come on, dog. Come on, man. See? See what I mean? I'm in a free league now, 0-6. Mr. 12 said, bro, I'm in a free league and I haven't looked at it since week 1. Yeah, when that money ain't there, man, I can care less about it. Man, I was so bad. Hold on. Willie Pete says, looks like Tampa Bay trade was right. Okay. He was what, 0 for 6 coming into this game? You know. But man, when I first started playing fantasy, man, I was in 5 different leagues. I was in 5 different leagues, fam. My morning consisted of me waking up, taking a dump, looking at my rosters. That was every morning. Hey, man, 5 leagues is too much. I went from 5, pretty much 5 to 4 to 3 to 1. Jonathan says, was you going to go over no, I'm not going over the press conference because I already know what's going to be talked about. If I ain't hearing anything about Jimmy Lake getting sat down or him checking Jimmy Lake's work, I don't care. I do not care. This is one of those games you throw away. You played terrible all around. Terrible. You got your ass whooped at home. But unlike the Saints, we didn't quit. Saints quit Thursday. And you had Richard Sherman talking about they're not playing. They look like a team that's playing to get their coach fired. And I'm like, where y'all hear that from before? Where y'all hear that from before, bro? I've been said that. That team has clocked out. They trying to get their coach fired, bro. You don't let creative players run for 300 yards on your team, man. Creative. I still don't know those guys' names. So, but yeah, man, we got to go back to the drawing board. Get right. It is what it is, man. 4-3, we still atop the division. I'll be watching tomorrow night to see if Tampa can get over Baltimore. Baltimore is playing good. I mean, just solid ball right now. So that could be a close one. I'll tell you this. If Tampa can get over them, Tampa's a threat. But if Tampa loses, again, this week is a wash. It's an absolute wash. Millie says, Mark, I think Kirk just had a bad game. Everybody had a bad game except for Bijan. When I look at, I think Kyle Pitts went for 63. Hold on, let me go back here. I think he went 7 for 63. Which is I'm cool with that. No, he went 7 for 65. Drake London went 6 for 63. Darnell Mooney went 5 for 46. Bijan went 3 for 40. So Bijan had an excellent game. And then they put Casey Washington in there, 1 for 14 yards. Ray went 2 for 9. So, I mean, pass game wasn't super duper crazy. Kirk was 24-35 for 232 yards, 1 tutty and two picks. That second one wasn't even on him. Drake got to catch that. Greg says, look at the bright side. Them dogs on a Longhorns pack and Tennessee on a Bama pack. Hey, man. Boy, let me tell you, I was at this restaurant yesterday. Boy, you had Bama fans in there. Sick, boy. I'm talking sick. Man, I'm sitting there just cracking up. Because they thought when they beat us, we winning the natty this year. We're winning that without Saban. That's how good we are. We're winning the natty this year without Saban. No. Millie says, threats, Detroit and Green Bay look like serious threats. Yeah, man, listen. Detroit look like they look like a locomotive right now. But they're playing complementary football. Good on offense, good on defense. And this is the part that here's the thing that I think frustrates Falcons fans the most. They see the potential, but something is always in the way. We see the potential. Man, if we can play complementary ball, oh my God. And it just doesn't seem to happen. Mind you, the year we went to the Super Bowl, we weren't playing complementary ball. Our offense was out of this world. Defense was not good. until Dan Quinn took over. And then we were just smoking teams. Man, I remember that that playoff round in the when we played the Seahawks. Man, we had them dudes over there on the sideline fighting each other. Literally fighting each other because they didn't know what the hell to do. Green Bay came in, NFC Championship game, smoking hot. Destroyed them. And I'm not asking this defense to be the top-rated defense in the league. I'm just saying, stop something, man. Stop something. Get off the field on third down. This defense is one of the worst teams on third down, if not the worst. So all Falcons fans are asking is, hey, let's play some complimentary football. Let's go out here, win a couple games, play some complimentary football. Zach Robinson still needs a little adjusting. But you gotta, I'm not saying Tyler Algier has to split 50-50. You can't have Tyler coming off a monster game last week. You become invisible this week. You can't have that happen. Perry says, I knew this was going to be a loss today. The team was feeling itself and got smacked into reality. Bottom line is they weren't mentally ready to play today. To be an elite team, consistency is a must. I agree with that 100%. And we as fans, hey, I've been talking heavy shit. I make no apologies about that. But again, Seahawks deserve to smoke on a Falcons pack all week. We did. But I don't want to hear nothing from no Saints fan, though. I want to hear nothing from no Saints fan. But a Seahawks fan, yeah, man, we smoking on a Falcon pack. You deserve it. Great win. On the road, too, you needed it. You were coming off a 3-game losing streak. You needed this win, and you got it. Boy, man, you better not. Dean Pease needs to stay wherever the hell he's at. Jag, what's happening? He says it's clear the offensive scheme is pistol. I don't think he's hiding Kirk Cousins. Man, I don't understand what Zach be doing sometimes. We had something that was working, and then it's like, let's go back to this. It's like, no. So again, growing pains. That's all it is. Let me check, because we know the Saints lost. We lost. Carolina getting that ass tore out the frame, 17-zip. So yeah, I'll be rooting for the Ravens tomorrow. Ravens win. This a wash. This an absolute wash of a week. But with that being said and done, fam, your boy is gonna hop up off of here. I got somewhere I gotta be. I thought I was gonna be in a chipper mood. I'm still in a chipper mood, but you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, how the fuck we lose at home? T.O. says, bring Robert Saleh or Jeff Ulbrich in. The offseason need an experienced DC. I don't think Jeff Ulbrich will be on the table. It's going to be interesting to see what the Jets are now that they got Devontae Adams, still got Garrett Wilson. They sold up Hassan Riddick, so he's going to be reporting. And mind you, Monday night, they look good. But you got your kicker that misses 2 field goals. I mean, that's essentially the game in a nutshell. So with Aaron getting his number one target back, with Hassan coming back. If they in the mix and they make the playoffs, they probably gonna give Ulbrich the full-time job. And listen, man, Ulbrich deserves it. I hated that we got off him. Because I'd be goddamned if our defense looked like this with him calling the plays. I'd be goddamned if that was, dude, he's a good play caller. Now, Robert Saleh, on the other hand, I don't know. I definitely think that he was a fall guy, for sure. Look at what he came in with. Zach Wilson. Then they get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt within 5 plays. Then you're back to Zach Wilson. Then you get Aaron Rodgers back. Aaron Rodgers don't want to change anything on the damn. Notice, Aaron didn't want to play with motion. Monday they played with motion though. So I don't think Ulbrich gonna be on the table. And even if Ulbrich was on the table, if they did good enough, let's just say they go to the playoffs, right? And the Jets decide that they want a more seasoned head coach. I think Jeff Ulbrich will find another head coaching gig somewhere else. But Robert Saleh, I'd probably take a look at him because he was definitely a fall guy. And I said that if not Green Bay, but if the Jets lost Monday, they was making that deal for Devontae ASAP. So it really didn't have nothing to do with Saleh. But that's football, man. It's the nature of the business. That's the nature of the business. So we'll lick our wounds, man. We'll get back active and get ready for next Sunday, man. I expect this offense to put up more than 14 points. And at this point, I'm just asking the defense, get off the fucking field on third downs, man. Just do something. That's all I'm asking you. Just do something. But maybe, just maybe, this game might have been enough for Raheem to take a look at that defense, and maybe Terry, maybe he takes a look at going to get another pass rush, making another monster trade. Because I don't think you can afford to go 7 wins this season. You can't. Now, we're 3 wins away from 7 already. But I'll be damned if I'm swimming backwards. You got a talented team. On offense and defense. You got a talented team. But you got to put these guys in positions to win. It's just as easy as that. So looking down, let me do this. Let's say Atlanta misses the playoffs, which would be some crazy work. If I'm Terry, this ain't even a conversation. You getting off of Jimmy Lake. That's a one and done guy. You're getting off of him. I've seen all I need to see. When I said this about Desmond Ridder last year, I saw everything I needed to see. Now that man's selling cars at Nally Honda. I don't know what Desmond Ridder doing at this point. But it's logo business over here. It's always going to be about the logo, fam. Always. I don't give a damn about being loyal to one single person in this personnel. So I see the offense bouncing back. They'll put up 28 next week, man. I'm almost sure of it. They'll put up 28 next week. The problem is, can this defense hold a team to under that? So with that being said and done, fam, I'm up out of here. Drink one for your boy. No smoke session this week. No smoke session, man. We can't crack open a pack. We are the pack this week. So, as petty as I am, when it comes to our wins, you best believe in our losses, we getting smoked on this week. So, with that being said and done, fam, I'm up out of here, man. You have an awesome Sunday. We'll be back on here later on this week, man. Peace.